Hi, it's Gina with your note of the week. This week's note is about ticket history. I'm sure there are times that you need to look up an old transaction, maybe to reprint the transaction, or you need to find a transaction with a certain item on it or a certain amount. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. Go to Point of Sale and click on Reports and then History. Keeping in mind that every time you post something in Counterpoint, it does become part of your permanent history. So here in History, I do have a ticket history report. Whenever you run a report where you see the word history, make sure you employ filters or you may get back more information than you bargained for. So what I want to do on my ticket journal is I want to see payment detail for each and every transaction, and now I'm going to use filters to only return the amount of information that I need. And what I need is a journal of all my transactions for the entire month of August. So here on the Ticket History tab, I'm just going to go ahead and put in a month to date range, and I'm going to click on Preview. So now I have my journal, and it might be many, many pages long, and I'm just looking for a particular item. Maybe I'm looking for a cap. So starting here on page 1 of the preview, I'm going to use these binoculars at the top here, and I'm just going to type cap and find next. And you'll see that Counterpoint finds the cap. And I'll just click on find next again. There's the item number with the word cap in it, and there are no more instances. If you want to do a secondary search, make sure you start back off at page 1 of the preview by clicking on this arrow with a line in front of it. The binoculars will only look at the page you're currently previewing and every page after that, and then it just stops looking. So I had mentioned earlier that maybe you are looking for a particular amount. So I'm just going to close out of here, go back in fresh. So I'm looking for something that I sold that was, let's say, $1.08. And if I click on Find Next, Counterpoint finds that figure. There it is there as well. And here. So it's pretty handy. Another thing you can do with the binoculars is not only search any field on the transaction, but a lot of times I know people are curious about what transactions were paid with what tender. So here I am at page 1. I'm just going to scroll to the top. And I just want to review all the transactions this month that have been paid with in cash. So I'm going to type cash in my field, click on Find Next, and you can see Counterpoint will find all the transactions that were paid for with cash. In the example that I need to reprint a transaction from the past for a customer, once I find the transaction that I'm looking for, I can just make note of the ticket number, or I can right click on it and copy the ticket number. It's this top line in the header. Let me just come up here so you can see here in the key. These are all ticket numbers. Now in order to reprint that ticket or just that one transaction, I'm going to exit from this preview and we're going to go to Sales History and Reports, or I'm sorry, Views. We're going to go to Views and we're going to go to View Ticket History. And once I get into View Ticket History, I can free type in the ticket number, or I can do a Control-V to paste the ticket number, press Enter. So here's the transaction, and if the customer wants a copy, I can just click on Print. But I can look at the transaction as well and see additional information outside of this Ticket tab. I can see Bill to, Ship to, items that were on the transaction, how the transaction was paid for, any gift cards that were used or value cards, taxes that were collected for the transaction, any notes, activity, and package tracking numbers. That's ticket history. Hope this helps. Thank you for watching this week's video. I would love to hear from you. If you would like to submit a question or a suggestion for a future video, email me at training@cksystem.com with Note of the Week on the subject line. To request a free training catalog or to schedule training, call me at 888 476 7911, extension 3. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you next week.